Hello and welcome to A Perfect Home. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jennifer Cohen. I'm your host. Today we are talking with Greg Collins, who is the owner of Verde Solar Power. Of course, we're going to be talking about solar in the great state of Arizona. Couldn't be a better place for it. So we've got lots of information to share with you. As per usual, our goal here on A Perfect Home is to help you make your house into your perfect home with the help of some of the most amazing companies out here in the Verde Valley who really can get it all done and have it all going on. So Greg, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. I love to talk solar.
Excellent. And so do I, as I'm a really big green advocate, and I can't think of anything more green than solar power.
Yeah, we're a clean, renewable resource. It's the time has come for us to build out solar. There's probably one home in every neighborhood in this Verde Valley that has solar already that proves it can be done. So go talk to your neighbors and give us a call.
So tell us, we know that some of the benefits to solar is, of course, there's some free energy involved in it, lower electrical bills, but there's got to be a lot more to it than that.
It's really come of age to where, you know, it's affordable. Most systems will pay for themselves in 6 or 7 years, and then you've got 25, 30 years, you know, decades worth of free power after that. These systems are very reliable. They go for a long, long time. And it's clean, renewable energy that will just power your house. You know, I've got people that sit in their lawn chairs outside their electric meter, watch it go backwards. It's wonderful. We have 100% happy customers.
Excellent. And I know that, you know, the customers that receive their power bill every month go, ah, you know, especially certain times of the year. You know, one way to combat that is to go solar.
APS just raised their rates again in last August, and people are starting to see it. And but solar, once you pay for it, your rates will never go up. You're locked in your energy production for the rest of your life, typically. So.
Wow. Yeah. Where can you say that your rate's locked in for the rest of your life? It's not going to happen every year. That power company is going to charge you more. There's going to be more taxes. There's going to be more fees.
And you can feel good about it. You can, you know, run your air conditioner, do whatever you want to do. Use electricity. Electricity is what makes life modern, you know. And when you're producing it yourself with solar panels, it's guilt-free. Yeah. And you can just do whatever you want to do.
I like that. You can run the air conditioner guilt-free.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah, no, it's...
That's awesome. So what are you up to these days? You know, the technology has been rapidly changing over these years. You've been in business for 10 years now, so you've seen some changes.
It just constantly keeps changing. The main thing is it just keeps getting less and less expensive. The price of the solar panels when I first started was about $4 a watt, and we got down as low as 40 cents a watt, you know, about 10 times cheaper in the last 8 years, and more reliable and easier to install. But then now, just today, the International Trade Commission announced that we are going to put a 30% tariff on all foreign solar panels coming into the United States, which is all of them. The two companies that were American-made solar panels went out of business last year, which is why this trade case came about. And I don't know if they'll be back in business or what, but those few hundred jobs are now jeopardizing hundreds of thousands of jobs across the country that are in the solar industry installing foreign-made panels. So I mean, everything is, you know, everything is made in China already, right? What's wrong with having Chinese-made solar panels? It's all American-made equipment that they use to make the solar panels. It's automated production lines, which is why they're so reliable and robust now, and the prices have come down so much because they're just made out of aluminum and glass and silicon, really and it's a technology that's very mature and very reliable. These panels are warranted to last 25 years and will typically last twice that. You know.
Absolutely. So, I have seen that in my own experience for sure. There's very little to break. There's very little maintenance involved.
No moving parts. We install these systems and turn them on and they just go and go and go. We very rarely have any problems.
That's amazing. Now, there's several different...
maintenance.
Yeah, I know. What maintenance is involved?
Nothing. You let the rain wash them off. You know, even as long as we went this fall with no rain, we still had very good solar production because the skies were clear.
Yeah.
And so even on the rainy days, I like to say it's a beautiful solar day because it's washing our solar panels off and they'll be producing better and making up for the lost time. It's a very dependable resource. We here in Arizona are rated at 6.3 hours a day effective sunshine, which is the best in the country. You go to places like Massachusetts or Oregon, it's like 2.5 hours per day. They get less than half the amount of sun we get. Places like Germany that leads the world in solar panel. Germany has more solar power than all the United States put together, and yet they have half as much sun as we do here in Arizona. So here in Arizona, we really should be the solar capital of the country.
Absolutely.
And show people how to do it.
Absolutely. Let's make that so.
And here in the Verde Valley, we're the green Verde Valley, right? Let's go green Verde Valley and put in solar.
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, stop giving your money to somebody else when it can stay in your pocket.
That's right. It's going to save you money, and you're doing the right thing. You know, now we've got electric cars starting to come in, and all the more reason to, you know, a lot of people, when they get an electric car, they want to run it off of a renewable resource as well and get off of gasoline totally. And so we're putting in solar systems that'll support that, and it's just going to be the way of the future, I think.
Absolutely. The future is definitely now as far as when it comes to solar. What are you doing right now? What kind of systems are you installing most commonly?
Well, it's almost exclusively what's called a grid tie solar system, where you're connected to the electrical grid, you're cooperating with your electric company, APS, here locally, and when you're producing solar power, any excess that your house doesn't immediately need goes out through your meter, and you get credit for it from the utility. And then at night, when you're not producing solar power, you're receiving power from the utility, and you pay the difference between what you use and what you generate.
That sounds incredibly...
And we try to size your system so that it produces just about all your power on a net basis. And if you have a good month like in April where you're producing a lot of extra power, it gets carried over to the next month and you use it then. So it's a way to do away with batteries. You're treating the utility company as a big battery, and that's going to work fine for the next 5 or 10 years until we have so much solar power that it kind of overwhelms the grid. But we're working on that problem too.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a pretty good problem to me if we can get to that point.
Well,
where
Arizona
we have so much solar.
should be doing it. Yeah, but
absolutely. Well, that's really amazing how you can all day long produce energy, and then you're handing it over to APS, who's giving you credit for it. And then at night, when you need the energy back, you're then using, you know, you're making a bank of payment.
The traditional model is that the utility companies have a big generation station and then a distribution network that would send that power to everybody's homes all across the state and stuff. Well, we're changing now to where we have thousands and thousands of little small generation stations. Your house can be a powerhouse generating power, and we're going to become a network like the internet or like the cell phone network where everybody is producing power. If you need power, I'm sharing it with you, and it's just going to be a lot more robust. If you have any one failure is going to be, so what? It's just one little piece of the network. So it's going to be the way of the future.
That's nice, creating interconnectivity.
And someday we're talking about, now with all the electric cars, which are effectively large storage batteries, you hook that into your solar system, and now you can treat your car as a way to store your own solar power. And then at night you can suck it back out of the car, and those cars will become our storage mechanism that will make the grid even more robust to where we really will never have outages again.
That's amazing. Never have outages again. It sounds so futuristic. I love it. We're talking with Greg Collins, who is the owner of Verde Solar Power. We've got a lot more of A Perfect Home coming your way. We'll be right back.
All right.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Building a home? Remodeling or need furniture for the holidays? Time to order is now. Amish Home Decor offers furniture for every room in your home in many different woods, stains, and styles. We even offer patio furniture and mattresses. If you don't see what you're looking for on the showroom floor, just ask. We buy from 100 different Amish families located at the corner of Glassford Hill and Highway 69 in Prescott Valley. Amish Home Decor is the place to buy tomorrow's antiques.
Nothing personalizes a home like paint, and JPS Paint Center is your paint pro. Featuring durable interior and exterior paints from Benjamin Moore. JPS Paint Center can help you find the perfect shade, and they're experts in color matching for any project, including their selection of automotive paints from standard to extravagant. JPS Paint Center. Find the perfect paint and all your paint supplies too on Main Street in Cottonwood.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
We Organize You serves the entire Quad City area and the Verde Valley with custom cabinetry, including kitchen, garage, laundry, custom home office, and closet systems. Stop by their showroom in Chino Valley to see how they can make your home more convenient and valuable. It's time to get reorganized with We Organize You. For more information, go to weorganizearizona.com. That's weorganizearizona.com.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles.
And welcome back to A Perfect Home. We're sitting here with Greg Collins, who is the owner of Verde Solar Power. We've been talking about all the wonderful incentives for going solar, you know, free renewable energy coming in. APS is going to pay you. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Now, so I have a house, normal little square house, and I decide, hey, Greg, I want to go solar. What's involved in that?
Well, typically all we need to do is get a recent copy of one of your electric bills to see what your usage is and analyze what's the best size, the most cost-effective size of solar system to put on. And then we can usually look at your roof from you know, Google Maps or through aerial views. We don't even have to come down to your house anymore to,
Wow.
and we can give you a quote that's very accurate, and you'd be in business. So.
Wow. Neat.
With the 30% federal tax credit is still in effect.
Really? So what does that mean?
That means you get 30% of the cost of the solar system you get back on the bottom line of your taxes. So
Get out.
yeah, how would you like to put your money towards your solar system instead of toward the federal government? Mm-hmm. How would that
30% is a nice chunk.
It's a nice chunk. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's all the whole cost of the system, including any expenses required, like if you have to upgrade your electrical service or
Which may happen.
fix your roofing underneath the solar system. So
Sure. That's great.
it's a great way to improve your home.
And there seem to be a lot of different options. There's different types of panels or different types of mounting. What do you think that you see is kind of the best go-to here?
Well, it just depends on what type of roof you have. We can do any kind of roof. And we have a mounting system that we use that's our own design that's half the cost of the regular industry system. So that's one of the reasons Verde Solar Power is the lowest cost, best quality installer here in the Verde Valley.
Interesting. That's where your engineer background came in handy.
I'm sorry, I have to constantly improve things, yeah.
Hey, that's not a bad thing
But
as a business owner.
We use German-made inverters, which is the equipment that converts the solar power into house power. And we use a brand called Q-Cells or Canadian solar panels. We use top tier 1 solar brands.
Right.
And it's, you know, we've got all the bugs worked out of solar. It's just a matter of rolling it out through the population. Here in Arizona, at least 70% of homes are very suitable for solar. They have good roof orientations and they're using enough power to make it viable. If you're using more than about $80 a month on the average, you can make a solar system pay off in 7 or 8 years.
Wow, which really is nothing. And then when you include, of course, the 30% tax credit. Now, say someone wants to get solar for the home and perhaps can't afford to pay for the whole system at once. What kind of financing is available?
Well, we recommend solar loans now. It used to be the industry did a lot of leases where the leasing company would own the system, and that was fine back in the days when solar was very expensive. But now most systems cost $10,000 to $15,000, and you really don't want a third party owning that encumbrance on your house. When you go to sell your house, those leases have proven to be a big hassle when you do that. So now we have solar leases where you can get 18 months to pay down that loan, use your tax credits to pay it down, and it's geared towards the reliable investment of solar. You know, the nice thing about solar is you know it's going to pay because it's just very reliable and you're going to use the power.
Right.
So,
and great for resale value, I would think, out here.
It does. Most solar systems will, the appreciation on your house will be 50% more than the cost of the system. And over the 25-year warranty life of your solar array, you will spend half as much on that solar system as if you just keep paying the utility for that whole time. So it is a good long-term investment. You're going to use the power. Why not invest in clean, renewable solar system? It's more and more people are doing it.
What do you think gets in your way when it comes to solar power being on every house? Are there any stigmas around it? What do you think is your biggest obstacle for having every home in the Verde Valley go solar?
I don't think there is. We're doing it. It's just a matter of time. The building departments are coming around. There's the Department of Energy has got an initiative called the Sunshot Initiative. It's kind of like the Moonshot Initiative, where they are working with all the building departments to try to get them to streamline their permitting process and make solar easier and easier because it's all very standardized anymore. And like here in the Verde Valley, Yavapai County has decided to quit doing permits altogether for solar as of last month. So if you're in the Yavapai County, give us a call. We love you.
Oh my gosh, so we don't have to pull a permit anymore.
No, and they all have very low fees for solar, and like Clarkdale bills itself as being a solar-friendly community, and they are. They really encourage people putting in solar, and Sedona is a sustainable community. They love having us do solar. The permit fees are very nominal up there. And
wonderful.
It's just, there's really no reason not to do solar. We can finance it if you don't have the money. If you can use, the tax credits, it really
certainly. Who can't use tax credits?
Yeah, no. Put your tax money to a good use.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. And if you can put it towards, obviously, being green, being sustainable, and then, of course, increasing the home's value. Everything you do to your home, obviously, you want to increase the value. And if you spend X amount and you get double that when you go to sell it, and your house sells faster, which is also
It used to be the realtors and a lot of people, when they're selling their house, it's going to be a problem. You got to find somebody who wants that solar system in order to sell your house. Well, it's changed now. Now the attitude is, well, why don't you have solar on this house? Because it's becoming that much more commonplace.
Yeah, the word's out. Solar's the way to go.
You drive around the valley, it's all over the place.
Yeah, that is true. You really are seeing it.
Or is it just me that goes around looking at rooftops?
I'm sure you
That's
can
a good roof for solar, yeah.
Really, I bet that's true. You drive around going,
there's some homes where the because we love shade trees, the roofs are really occluded. We can always do ground mounts and stuff. There's almost always a way
excellent
to make it work, though.
Very cool, Greg. Very cool. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with more of A Perfect Home. I'm Jen Cohen, and we are talking to Greg Collins, the owner of Verde Solar Power. Okay, so our last.
Paul Stanley here with Stanley Steel Structures. We offer shade structures that provide style, value, and performance. Our Equinox louvered roof opens and closes to give you the ultimate patio experience. We also offer Alumawood shade covers that looks like wood but lasts like steel and never needs painting or maintenance. Visit us at StanleySteelStructures.com. Contact us today and be covered tomorrow. Stanley Steel Structures. Let us add some space to your place.
Northern Arizona Mortgage Corporation is your local choice for personalized home loans, and they've been doing it since 1986. They help home buyers obtain FHA, VA, USDA guaranteed rural housing, and conventional loans. From start to finish, they offer a safe in-person application process with licensed loan originators. Contact Shelley White Collier at northernArizonaMortgage.com or call 634-4251. Visit their office, located at 707 East Mingus, Suite 601, Cottonwood.
Lease it now with Sears Hometown and Outlet. Right now is the perfect time to take a closer look at leasing. Leasing's a great way to get more. Choose from thousands of items throughout the store and online. Pick out at least $199 worth of items to start a lease and take home the brands you love with no credit required. It's simple. Take home what you want, when you want it, and leave satisfied.
Come see me, Lisa Peterson, your local store owner, and our great team at the Cottonwood Sears Hometown Store.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Fabulous views and unmatched quality with efficiency in mind. Just announced, C&B Construction is the only contractor ever to win the EPA's coveted Indoor Air Plus Leaders Award 4 years in a row. These Energy Star certified homes provide unparalleled energy efficiency, comfort, durability, and indoor air quality. C&B Construction is currently building at Gray Fox Ridge and Crossroads at Mingus. C&B Construction, locally respected and nationally recognized.
A1 Supreme Moving is your Verde Valley hometown movers. Trust your valuables to a family-owned and operated company with 31 years of moving experience. A1 Supreme Moving offers packing services. Fully licensed and bonded, your belongings are insured at full replacement value. Ask about teacher and vet discounts, as well as redecorating and holiday prep services. A1 Supreme Moving has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. For Supreme service, call A1 Supreme Moving at 634-0963.
And welcome back to A Perfect Home. Just a few minutes left with Greg Collins, the owner of Verde Solar Power. So we've talked about taking an older home and getting it ready for solar. What if we're building a new home?
Oh, yeah.
What should we be prepared for?
We can work with a builder on getting that solar integrated into their roof, do a better job than ever. But the thing to remember is to put a solar-ready, what's called a solar-ready electrical service in that can handle and easily integrate a solar. You don't have to do it now. But it makes it easy to do when the time comes. It's mandated in California now. All new homes have to have solar-ready services, and that makes a big help for us.
Well, there you go. That's going to make it a lot easier.
It doesn't cost you any more to do it initially,
okay.
but it helps make your solar cheaper to install when the time
good.
comes.
There you go. Good to know. Make sure you've got solar-ready electric service panels if you're building or new construction or remodeling the electrical service.
They're available in Home Depot, in stock now even.
Good to know. Now, what do you see that's happening in the solar industry? There's several companies, and not everyone does as good a job as others. What do you see that's happening that you guys do differently?
Well, there's still a variety of technologies and ways of doing grid-tied solar, and one of the main differences is what we do is called whole house or string inverters, where you have one piece of equipment that does the electrical conversion, and that's a very reliable way to do it. The alternative is to have what's called a microinverter, where you have one of these little small inverters on every solar panel, which has the advantages of if you have a shady home then it optimizes things, but you're better off, hey, let's get rid of the shade and use a reliable inverter. Here in Arizona with our really hot roofs, you really don't want to put electronics on your roof. I see that mistake happening a lot.
Right, that makes sense.
Go with the tried and true reliable system. It will just run and sit on the side of your house and make power for decades.
Yeah, quietly, efficiently, environmentally friendly, you know, for a very long time.
Yeah, and you also might think about doing what's called storage ready. You can get some inverters are set up to where when the time comes to where we have good batteries, which I'm still waiting for a good battery. You know, Tesla's come out with their Powerwall, and there's a lot of companies working on this whole technology. But the day will come when you can integrate a battery into their system, and then you can really generate all your own power. You can save it up, use it at night.
There you go. That day's coming.
That day is coming too.
Now, if they want to get a hold of you, Greg, what's the best way to do it? If somebody wants to get a hold of you for a quote or ask questions, they go to verdesolarpower.com.
Yeah, go to our website or email to info@verdesolarpower.com. Send us a copy of an electric bill, and we'll just work up a quote for you.
Excellent.
No charge. We'd be happy to come out to your home and answer all your questions and show you how wonderful solar can be for every one of us out here.
And thank you, Greg. Greg Collins, the owner of Verde Solar Power. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time for A Perfect Home.
Have a beautiful solar day.